I'm Chuck Liddell. You're watching Icebreakers.
Watching Icebreakers. My name's Adam Ray. I'm on the show, too.
Trying to
Wait, Jim Belushi or John Belushi?
Jim.
Jim, from According to Jim.
Yeah.
Not John Belushi.
No.
Whoa.
No.
It's usually John Belushi. You're a Jim Belushi
Jim
guy.
Belushi. Yeah, I'm a Jim Belushi guy.
I love that.
What else? I mean, comedic-wise, well, a lot of people always compare, like my mom and my family, they always compare me to Jim Carrey.
Yes.
I could be like really stupid.
Yeah.
He's probably seen me be stupid.
Yeah, when did you guys first...
Because we've known each other since 2009.
Holy shit. Where'd you guys meet?
Dancing with the Stars.
It's
First
on
day?
a very pretty event.
Yeah.
It's very, very pretty.
And were you both, did you meet like, what, backstage or just kind of sharing
Forgot.
war stories?
So it was so chaotic.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty. It
We
was
were
interesting.
Yeah, it was so chaotic. That was such like you mandatorily had to do like 8 hours of rehearsals a day.
Dear God.
Remember that?
Yeah,
they were like you got to do 8 hours.
Yeah, it was a lot of work.
Well, I know that was like foreign for you, you said, but...
That was really
He
foreign
did.
for me.
He did fucking kick ass
Yeah.
for it. I mean, look, I'm trying to do boxing right now. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
basically the same type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah.
when
No,
I
I'm telling
went-
you, Anna afterwards said in an interview, my dance partner,
Oh,
she
Anna?
said on the thing, well, dancing with Chuck was like dancing with a Sherman tank. If he goes the wrong way, we're screwed.
Hilarious.
And I'm like, and she caught right afterwards. She
Oh,
had that
no, she
interview.
had to
She
apologize.
apologized to me, and I'm like, babe, you're right. It's fine.
That's hilarious.
I'm not mad at you. You're sweet. You said it because you're just saying the truth. That's
Well,
okay.
you do have
Yeah, no.
But, you know, they can't back. The thing is, the girls can't back lead the guys, like
Right.
the big guys.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I get so big,
No, yep.
if I go the wrong way,
I see what you're saying.
I'm
Oh,
215
okay. Oh,
pounds. She can't pull me any.
Do you know what he means by that?
Oh, yeah.
By back, so, like, basically, if nobody knows what he means, it's like, so if you're a contestant like us, and then you have the partner,
Right.
They will help you move if you forget things.
Yeah.
They will lead you, and he's saying that he's so big that like Anna couldn't back lead him and help lead him to where he would go. if
Oh,
he forgot
gotcha.
a move or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
I'd move the wrong way. And my other problem was
Yeah, you guys are screwed.
I was you're supposed to be in this position, and I'm so used to being in this position.
Oh, true.
In
Yeah.
this position.
Guarding
So when I get in a bad position, I get out of position to get into the spot I'm supposed to be in. I go like this.
Oh.
And she told me, so the problem with that is when you do that, now I got to travel 3 times the distance to get around you.
Oh,
So
wow.
now I'm screwed. I can't get to where I'm supposed to be.
You know what? I wouldn't have gotten that until I started doing the training that I've started doing
Yeah.
with like
it's
boxing
crazy,
training
yeah.
and all that. Now that I'm doing it's now I understand
Because
the polar opposites.
Well, yeah, because the thing is, right? If I ever get in this position in my sport, I'm screwed.
Yeah. I learned that the hard way the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, how's that all going, by the way?
It hurts, man.
Really?
It hurts. I got rocked in the side, and it's been 3 weeks that my ribs just fucking hurt so bad that I can't, laying down hurts, but I still have to lay down that way.
Yeah.
So basically, I was sparring with some guy. I ended up actually not working with this trainer anymore. I was sparring with this guy, and he had me with like these super rare 16-ounce gloves on, and my sparring partner is a pro-am, 6'3", and he had winning gloves on, and everybody who knows the sport, I'm just learning, but the winning gloves with the horsehair hurts you worse. And I'm supposed to go in there and feel comfortable getting in the movement. So I'm up and I'm like, I'm working with the guy, and I have a really long, good haymaker.
Oh, good.
So that's gonna
be your go-to?
Of course.
Yeah.
Lamar he'll get rocked with it and he won't be able to recover.
They actually
Oh, my God.
the overhand actually is better with people that are taller than you. It's easier to land on.
Is it
taller.
really?
Yeah, it gives you that extra range.
Well, here's what they
I
said.
like the overhand against tall people.
Oh, wow.
Shorter
Okay.
guys doing it against tall people
and
all the time.
sparring guys I was working with were like, oh, why is he doing that shot? Because 3 different sparring people I worked with, I was cracking them, and they were big. I'm practicing with guys that are like Lamar's size.
Good move. Yeah.
And they were like, and they looked over at the coach and like, why is he throwing that haymaker? And he was like, that's what he's doing. That's what he's
gonna do.
on
Yeah.
his strategy. So I mean, but this I'm in there with them in the gym and sparring with Ian, great guy, nice guy. But then I got into the corner and kind of froze up, and I did one of these instead of keeping myself protected down here.
Yeah.
And I did one of these to like reenact how it would be with Lamar, Lamar.
Yeah.
Like because he's not going to be able to get me here. It's going to be really hard for him to hit me in my sides or my stomach, in my opinion. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, you're the fighter.
I don't think he's going to try. I don't know that. It depends. We'll see. I don't think he's going to try for body shots.
I don't see how it. Well, I got rocked with a
that.
bad one, and it put me basically out. For
that's kind of.
It still hurts so
sad.
bad.
Your sparring partners right now shouldn't be hurting you. They should be working with you, trying to help you and not get you hurt. But it is what it is.
And that's why I said, hey man, I agree to disagree. And we're not working together anymore.
Yeah, that's what I want to ask. Like, how much of that do you, going into it, want to have it be based in real, game situation? Like, do you want to?
Well, listen, man, I don't want to make. I'm not here to make a mockery out of a sport that people like Chuck and other people in the industry, put so much time and love and effort into. And I'm not here to make a mockery out of the sport like the Paul brothers or nothing like that. I'm here to actually do the work and learn and be a fair, technical, looking great technical fighter. And that's really all. I'm not in there with any aggression. I have zero aggression towards the guy. You know me, so I'm not like a fighter. Like I'm not like I don't start fights.
But don't you got to create a little bit of like hostility towards them?
I was actually going to ask Chuck a couple of questions, even though I know it's supposed to be the other way around.
I don't know, please.
It's different. It's different for different fighters. Like I don't need to have any animosity towards you to try to take your head off.
Right.
When I'm fighting, I am trying to hurt you with every bone in my body.
Understood.
But as soon as it's over, I hope you're all right.
Right,
so
right.
cool.
It's like
I don't need to hate you. I don't need to be mad at you. And it's kind of like almost like I can just turn that switch. Okay, now we're fighting now. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, so how do you get that switch turned?
I know what you're switch because I'm actually Chuck's biggest fan.
That switch right. Okay, we're going.
No, you guys think it's a joke. I actually am. I told him the first time. Yeah.
I know.
He's
Who
the only
isn't?
reason why me and my buddy were just talking about. I was on the phone with him right before I got here, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to do Chuck the Iceman, Liddell's podcast."
Yeah.
He's like, "You are? What the hell?" He's like, "That's our guy, man.
Whoa.
We grew up with him." I'm
Yeah,
like,
man.
That's my friend.
Yeah, that's
he
dope.
got so bad.
So you were into combat sports for a long time, yeah?
Have I?
Yeah.
I've done Tai Chi. I've done training. I've done capoeira. I've done karate. I've done stuff like that. But I've never done boxing. Okay, so I mean, I don't know. Have you been seeing any of the stuff that I've been putting out there?
No, I have not seen any of your boxing stuff, but I've honestly, like for me, like I had never. The first time I just boxed. Was when I was probably 22, and I went and sparred with my trainer, John Hackelman, who became my trainer, and got my ass kicked for like 19 straight minutes.
Whoa!
He beat me up for 19 straight minutes, beat the hell out of me. But that became a. We've been training together ever since. So we were still friends and still training.
Cool.
But it was the first time I'd ever done just hands. So it was really weird coming from I'd always done karate.
So just straight 19 mints of just only. So
just
you
boxing.
can't kick, you can't elbow,
can't wrestle. Yeah, it was different. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do anything. I just boxed, and it was different. It was a different.
Yeah, because that's the Iceman's move. Put you on the ground and pop, you're out.
But it's one of those things. Is that, the timing and distance it changes from kickboxing to boxing to MMA. To your stance changes because like you can't stand in a boxing stance, in a regular boxing stance, and fight me in a kickboxing match.
Right.
You got a one round to knock me out because you can't stop me from leg kicking you.
Right.
I will leg kick the hell out of you. You won't even be able to stand on that leg by the end of that first round.
Right.
I promise you won't make it through the first round.
Yeah.
But,
well, I mean, I know that Lamar and his coaches are all watching this, but I don't even care. I can tell you, like my game plan right now. So I went through 2 trainers, Chuck, bro, that were bad, man. They were bad. Like the first guy, his name was Jesse Strader, and he lived out in Lancaster. I paid him $3,000 up front to train me, and then he gets his first UFC fight, and I was like, okay, and then he stops working with me as hard, and then he didn't pay me the money back. I said, well, we're not going to work together anymore. You're gonna have to pay me my money back.
Yeah.
Right.
You haven't done the work.
We've only done 3 training sessions together. He gets his first UFC fight because my name is attached to him. He gets knocked out in 30 seconds because he ignored me. And 30 seconds, he got split open.
That's karma,
That's
baby.
my first trainer.
Oh,
Second
shit.
trainer, a different guy. I'm not even going to give this guy any clout because
Yeah.
he deserves none.
Yeah.
So his name is Joe Schmo. We're going to call him Joe Schmo.
Good dude.
All right.
Good dude.
In Ibiza.
Yeah.
Okay. So this guy, he was doing good. I was happy. I was traveling 2 hours to commuting from where I live to get to the beach to go work with him, and then he just started getting almost like turning on me. Like he was letting me spar with no headgear on, but the sparring partner had headgear on.
What the fuck? That doesn't seem fair.
I swear to God. It's the fact of the matter. I swear. He was making me spar. Not making me. I want to do it. But the guy didn't have any he had headgear on, and I didn't. And he forgot to put it on. And, of course, I'm not going to, question my coach.
Yeah.
If they didn't say put headgear on, I'm not going to put headgear on. Or I'm not going to say, can you put my headgear on for me? Because I'm not a fucking pussy.
That's like if you're doing a porn called AIDS Party and only one guy gets a rubber.
Oh
Like,
my
you got to
God.
make it fair.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Like, you got to make it fair. You got to balance it out.
You know that? Oh, my God.
Now,
man.
is there, okay, so how do you even pick the
lying.
trainer? Because, is there, did you guys lay out the game plan before? Or do you just go, this guy was referred, I'm going to throw him some cash and hope it works out?
No, actually, the first guy, I found him on, well, actually, no, they both hit me up.
Gotcha, yeah. All right.
The first guy hit me up through Instagram or whatever, and I was like, all right, well, I need a trainer and I need somebody to work with. Okay,
Seems
so he lives
legit.
in my area. Sounds legit. Cool. All right, you stop making enough time for me. You get your first UFC fight and you get knocked out. Boom. Karma's a bitch. All right, well, the next trainer, he hits me up and he sends a public message on my post and says, your trainer is basically shit. You need to be working with me.
Whoa.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I go to work with him, and now my fucking ribs have been broken, they feel like, for 3 weeks.
That seems like it fits his character.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, this guy got me here, Chuck. He got me here, and it hurts here, and now it hurts in my back now. And I'm not complaining. I mean, I know it's a pain.
That's all part of it too, right? Though I mean,
Yeah, it's a
just
pain
getting
game.
into this sport, there's going to be new injuries and bumps and bruises and.
Here's the thing. After I got knocked down, and I was it took 2 seconds, because I'm not used to this. So all of a sudden I was like, oh,
Yeah,
and I'm
down again, yeah.
and then I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck happened? And then I'm like.
Oh, whoa.
Throwing up in my mouth a little bit, and and he's like, it's okay, man. He's laughing at me. It's okay. And I'm like, this guy's fucking. I'm trying to hold in, chucking in his face, not chucking, but chucking.
Yeah, vomiting.
I got you.
Check it.
Got
Yeah.
me? We'll call it Liddellin.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but then it was interesting because he saw I was hurt and I had 5 minutes. I needed to break. I couldn't breathe nothing, and then he had me do 30 push-ups, planked for 5 minutes, and then put me in another 1.5-minute round with a guy.
No pain, no gain.
But I did it.
You did it.
But I did it, and but I didn't he hit me with a message saying, I'm sick of these excuses and all this and blah blah blah, and you got, motherfucker, I got a baby on the way. All right.
Yeah.
And not only that,
trying to die.
good luck, Lamar. I mean, he's clumsy. The guy's clumsy. It's not going to be very hard to pivot away from him and get him. It's not going to be very hard to do that. He's going to have to chase me.
And this is what.
I'm going to make the big guy come to me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to the big guy.
Yeah.
I'm making him come to me.
I love that, dude. This should be the promo video right now.
Yeah.
Well, actually, to be honest, out of the last 3 podcasts I've done, I was so looking forward to this,
Hell yeah.
just to be with my man Chuck, but and then just be with people. I know Chuck doesn't judge me.
Yeah.
I know he doesn't. He looked out for me when we were on the show. He's been kind of like a distant big brother to me.
Hell yeah.
One that
Look
I
at you,
wish
dude.
I always had.
He's a big fucking teddy bear. People don't know this.
Yeah,
We were seeing Boys
he's
to Men
not.
before you came in
I
here.
don't know about that. No. He is a teddy bear. Every
Yeah.
time I saw Chuck when we were doing dance, I always came up to him, gave him a big hug, big bear hug. Just because it was just, I'm not really a fan of many people. Okay?
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of Michael Jackson, but I have his $30 million jacket in my closet.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa. How?
He gave it to me. Crowned me the king of pop.
What?
Yeah. Because I beat his Guinness Book of World Records when I was 10 years old for having 4 singles in the top 10 Billboard charts at the same time, consecutively.
Holy
Bam. And one of the
shit,
songs
dude.
happened to be One Bad Apple, which was a song that he did with the Jackson 5. And so I beat his Guinness Book of World Records. Nobody's still ever beat me. I'm the youngest
Yo,
male
you did
singer.
that shit at 10?
7. I
Wait.
sold 10 million records by the time I turned 10 years old. 10 million.
Fuck.
That's
All right,
insane.
so we need to get into that for a minute,
Let's
and then we'll
go.
come
Let's
back
go.
in this. So,
and
yeah, dude, because this is just as, I mean, impressive of what you've done prior to what you're about to jump into for like the next chapter. And obviously you're not done musically, but like, so you come up in a musical family, or how does it even get on your radar? Like, you're down in Tampa where you grew up.
Yeah.
You're just a big fan of music. Were you always musical? Were you like early jumping on the keys or
well,
the
it
drums?
was. Well, I have an older brother.
Yep.
His name's Prick Carter.
There it is.
We love him.
We love him.
Nick the Prick. Fucking dickhead.
An influence, either way you cut it, right?
Whatever. He's
Yeah.
an older brother. I don't care.
Yeah.
We don't really like each other. No, just kidding. I love you. Stick it up your ass and rotate, bro.
But
no,
and
okay,
rotate
sorry.
it, yeah.
Yeah, rotate. Nick's, we grew up in Tampa. All the rest of my family's from upstate New York. We go down to Tampa. My twin sister and I were born in Tampa. And then Nick auditioned for that Star show.
Star Search.
Star Search.
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
Yeah.
He got it. He did like a Frank Sinatra song or whatever. And then he auditioned for Backstreet Boys at 12, 13. And then we never saw him again.
Wow.
Nick was gone.
And
He
what
was
was?
Backstreet Boys. He was the youngest.
Yeah.
Nick was never around. The only time he would come back home, and he would come back, is to bury me in sand, shoot me with paintballs, try to throw me in water moccasin pits, take me out to islands, just bully the shit
Big brother
out of
shit.
me.
Yeah.
No, that's not normal.
Yeah, you're right.
That's not. I mean,
That's a
no
little
love.
extreme.
that's a little extreme.
No
Like,
balance of love.
you
No,
know,
like, take you to TCBY, get you 2 scoops.
No.
No.
Nah.
Now, what was your concept of the pop world prior to this?
Well, all I knew is that there was fans coming to the gate looking for Nick. So that was Instagram and Twitter and stuff back
Oh,
then,
yeah.
back in the day. That's what it was. It was
Beatlemania,
the
dude.
fans coming
Yeah.
to the gates and be like, "Oh my God, I love you." So all they would see was me, because they didn't. There was no social media to let you know where somebody actually was.
Yeah.
Like it was really much. It was almost much harder to find out where people were doing concerts, but we
Totally.
were doing bigger concerts back then.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Word of mouth was better. But the fans would see me and they would wave to me and they would see me playing basketball like 6 years old, 7 years old. And I would just go and I'd, "Hey, how you guys doing?" Take pictures with everybody and, a little flirting here, It didn't
So you were always like
anybody-
a charismatic young
Well,
kid.
I was always the one that was seeing the Backstreet Boy fans coming looking for Nick. And then they started seeing me, like the little mini version of him.
Yeah.
And then Johnny Wright and my mom decided as a joke, they were going to have me record a song called Crush on You by the Jets. How did you know? 'Cause I never told you, found out I got a crush on you. Remember that song?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That was my first song I ever did as a joke. They let me open up. I recorded the song. I did a music video for it. Johnny Wright told me later in the years, he's like, it was supposed to be a joke. We just did it as a joke. And you ended up selling 3 million records in 3 months with one song. And you performed for your brother. And you opened up for Backstreet Boys. That was my first show. First show I ever did was in Berlin, Germany for 58,000 people.
What?
That's crazy.
Okay? And I was 7 years old.
7 years
And
old. That's insane.
It is, because I'm actually starting to realize the effects now, today, of how that affected me then.
Well, at that point, you're just too young to feel the pressure, or like.
Yeah,
That's exactly.
So you
isn't
just
it?
kind of don't know anything.
You got it. You nailed it right in the head.
Okay.
It's just like, okay, well, they're not really here. I'm just, I don't really know any better. It's just screaming. Just do the go on there. Just do
You're
the
already used to
routines.
fans coming up screaming for you anyway, a little bit on a smaller scale.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I think exactly. But I think the trick that my mom and dad used to get me to not get so scared of everybody is I did not stop dancing. So I didn't stop dancing. So it's like if you're a fighter and then all of a sudden you're in the ring and you guys you stop and you wave at the people. That could potentially affect your fight or something. So I was just nonstop from second one to 3 minutes and 38 seconds when it ended. I didn't stop doing routines and dancing with my backup dancers.
Yeah.
2 black guys.
That's an interesting way to say it, because I think when guys do sometimes go out in the big crowds and get the deer in the headlights when they come out, it's because of the time they have to walk out and they're
Oh, right.
sitting there and they're
Soak it up too much.
and
they get that
a little bit
adrenaline
like,
dump,
oh,
right?
No, and they're like, oh no, what did I get myself into?
Yeah.
I've never had that, but
Ah.
I know I've seen guys that have, and usually when I'd first have guys fight, like some of my guys that fought for me, I'd always try to get them an opponent they could beat pretty easily the first time they're going to fight on a big show or
Right.
bigger show.
Oh, right.
Because because I want to even if have a slow start, have a bad performance to start. Because once fighters get in, and once you get started, you'll catch up. You'll go.
Right. Yeah. You just kind of like a
like you're saying,
juggernaut.
once you get moving, it's over. Like even the guys that get the most nervous in the world, once first punch, they're usually ready to go. That's okay. One punch. Okay, now we're ready. So that's interesting. You said that.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Because that's what they kept me moving. So if you think about you guys in the ring, you might have 60,000 people on the outside of the octagon watching you, but you're not watching them, and you're not performing for them. You're focused on one person.
Right.
So for me, it just ended up being a black, open field. You know, they don't have lights on shining on the people in the audience. Right. So to me, it just ended up just being like a black ocean or something.
Was it fun? Do you remember that part? Do you remember like?
It was not.
Yeah.
It was not fun. There was nothing fun about being in a new country every 2 days. Your biological clock is fucked up for the rest of your life.
That's crazy.
You become I'm an insomniac.
Yeah.
I have a lot lot of things.
That is pretty insane because I
Think about it.
I had a new respect for like guys who go on tour and do that stuff. When I think at one point when I was promoting the UFC back in the day, I did 17 appearances in like 23 days in like 5 countries. And that alone, that was like...
Where's you out?
Kicked your ass, didn't it?
I was just like, man, okay, I can't do it.
Because you're sleeping on planes and uncomfortable.
You show up, you're
in a new time zone.
They wake you up early to promote.
Oh, yeah, no.
And these are things, by the way, that they're just expecting you to jump into because they're like, you're singing for 58,000, man. So, like, all the other bullshit that surrounds the experience, just fucking accommodate. And you're like, well, it is my first time at a hotel because I'm fucking 7, so maybe let me...
For real, though. But,
yeah.
But it was like so when I started from like 7, so I went to answer your question earlier to Tapa, I went to a music school called Tampa Paragon Music School.
So the skill set was apparent to the fam and everyone that like, all right, it's time to take it up a
pretty
notch.
much.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom and dad pretty much, saw... But Nick could sing really well, and then they saw that I was a kick-ass performer, but I couldn't sing that well yet.
Right.
I got better.
Yeah.
But it took time, because I was kind of a gimmick.
Right.
You got to understand, my career started off as a comedy gimmick.
How so?
Because Johnny Wright said it was a joke. It was a joke. He was planning on doing it as a joke, and all of a sudden it skyrocketed, and. It's hard for me to even remember. Like, do you remember when you were 7? Anybody in this room?
I was trying to tap
into
it
when I was
saying?
Try to tap into when you're 7 years old. You know how I do that? I can go on YouTube. It's all filmed.
Wow.
My whole life, I'm talking thousands of hours, are all over YouTube.
Yeah.
And now, a lot of people don't understand too. Like, there's a weird hate smear campaign culture going on in the world right now. And I'm shutting it fucking down.
Good for you.
I will go at your fucking throats, and I will slit your throat, and I will shut it down and piss in your throat.
Yeah.
I can't.
And by the way,
stand
that's a
these
metaphor.
people.
He's not actually going to do that.
Analytically speaking.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Wait, so you go to music school?
Yeah. So I went to music school, and I was doing grunge music. So I was doing like.
I'm
Bush.
a Seattle boy, so I love that.
Yeah, I was doing grunge. I was doing like Glassjaw, Bush.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Tom Petty.
Yeah.
Kevin. Kurt Cobain.
Dope.
That's what I was doing. Little 7-year-old kid headbanging. I got an 80-year-old piano player. I got a weird-looking kid from like South America. His name was Bank. He was my bass player.
Perfect.
And I had this whole little band.
Great
and guess
cast
what it
of
was
characters.
called? Dead End.
I love it. I love this. Can we get Dead End to reunite? Maybe open the show?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
They have reached a dead end.
Yeah.
No, but that's how it started, and it's just. It's crazy because, if I start dating somebody new, like my fiance right now, she's starting to understand. We're getting close to like almost 2 years of being together, and we have a baby on the way.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Big time.
She is the most precious thing in the world to me. My fiance. I love her with all my heart, and I just now I just want to make my family proud, and now things have changed. So I'm going into the you gotta understand. It's almost like Marvel, and that wasn't a fart, by the way.
Yeah. And if it was, dude, get him out, man. This is the time. Don't want to do it in the ring, Yeah. Yeah.
Fart dart right at Lamar.
That could be. I'm saying that's another weapon, dude.
Right at him, just little green guys. Hey,
I used to play on a basketball team with a guy.
Superman shit.
Whatever works.
I used to play on a basketball team with a guy that would fart on people in the low post, and legit. Like that was like a thing where he would get people to back off, and then he would fucking roll the hoop and pack
Bro,
it in. Yeah, dude.
that sounds like my brother.
Yeah. So don't knock that move, until maybe save a couple up, get some, bean burritos in before the match, and just fucking let it ride. Maybe that's Lamar's kryptonite.
Or I just get that fart spray and just spray it all over
That
myself.
too. Yeah, or stink bombs. Yeah.
Spray it on my gloves.
Yeah. Okay, so how much of the I'm curious, like with jumping into something completely foreign like this, what's the motivation too? How did people approach you? This is going to be a 3-part question. How did people approach you for this? And were you in a space already where you were like, all right, I've done so much at the early part of my life that now what I do now, I want to really be something that's challenging and outside the box?
Yes. Well, to touch back and then to get back to this. So let's say, for instance, I find out later, right, that my manager and my mom started my career off as a joke, right? Everything that I've done after that, finding out that, I always wanted to take it very seriously and never disrespect the actual professionals of that sport. Whoa. It's no different than someone coming into my game and disrespecting my 80 million records that I've sold. Then we have a problem, You would have a problem, if you saw me being all cocky and, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But that's what makes me smart. By saying, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah. Because then you learn from somebody.
Yes.
You can't learn if you think you know it all.
Don't want to be the smartest person in the room.
No, I'm literally, that's how I've approached this, is I don't know what I'm doing exactly, but I want to learn. And the best way to learn is to take something that joke situation and turn it into real. And that's all I'm doing. And it's a real fight. There's nothing staged about this. There's no side conversations. This is real. I'm going in with Lamar Odom, who's 6'9". And to be honest with you, I thought he would be, when I met him and we did our face-off, I thought he would be taller. But if you look at our face-off, man, like, he holds his hands like he's got this. Like, this is how he plays this is how he does it. So he keeps his hand. You better watch that hand, bro. Because I'm going to push that hand down, and I'm a hand maker. I'm gonna get it. I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to stick with a program, and I'm just going to keep, chopping at the tree. That's it. I don't know. Chuck, what do you – I know, like, you're the referee now. Yeah. And so it's kind of – I don't know if, like, legally he's, like, allowed to give me advice.
Well, I think for me, I have to be –
can you give me, like, something?
I mean – I just think
what would you suggest? Because
Lamar,
this is my friend, not yours.
Well, you got a game plan. Go out there and fight, man. Do your thing. Go out. It sounds like you've thought about it. You've worked on it. You're ready. You just go out there and do it. And I think it's exactly what we were saying. Having respect for the sport. I mean, like I get people ask me all the time about that. Jake Paul kid and Logan Paul. And if it bothers me, I said, why would it bother me? I'm an MMA guy. They won't fight guys. They won't fight guys in mixed martial arts. I don't know. What I don't see is why do aren't boxers upset at them?
Yeah,
they're saying one of the best boxers of all time. He hasn't beat a boxer yet.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Oh yeah,
he's one of the best ever. You haven't beat a boxer yet.
Yeah, no shit.
How the hell are you going to call that out?
Right, exactly.
And if I was a boxer, that would bother me.
I see it, but since it's not necessarily what your sport is,
it's still a little kind of irritating, just because I'm irritated for them. So like you're saying, the disrespect to the sport. But I ain't mad at them either for making money. They're making people money.
I get it. I get the making money part, Chuck.
Okay.
But to be honest with you, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but I don't like to see people disrespect a sport that, regardless of boxing or MMA, or it's still the fighting game. Right?
Fight game. Yeah.
So that dancing and singing, I would consider the same thing, right?
Right.
I know that, but they're a little different in their own 100%. Elements. But don't come into something and put yourself in a position to where you could get hurt. You could put but I mean, to be honest with you, Jake Paul boxing, Ben Askren. Come on, that guy's. Put yourself in the ring with somebody who actually can kick your ass. Yeah. See?
I mean, and he knocked him out. It wasn't a fixed fight. People, it's fixed. And
I believe it was.
I was there. He was out.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I was there. I could see in his eyes. That was a good stoppage. Yeah. I mean, I would have let go a few more punches, but it wouldn't. I don't think it would have lasted much longer.
Right.
So, You know, so like it was good. It was good. And so it's a real fight, and the kid can punch, but that doesn't make him a boxer.
How much of when you're on stage performing, like, are you adjusting in the moment? Like when you're doing, and first of all, when you started first touring, like once you went solo and you were doing your own thing and things were popping, you sold, I think Aaron's Party was like 3 million, right? Copies.
No, Aaron's Party did 8 million.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So that was what took that album, right? Well, that was the third album?
Second album.
Second. And that was when, that was bonkers. The tour went nuts after that.
Yeah,
and that was
2001.
Right.
That's when that album came out, 2001. And then
And you were how old?
I was 12.
Okay.
Yeah,
so a little more seasoned as far as being in the business, a little more
definitely. I mean,
I love we're calling a kid that's 12.
I know,
seasoned.
right?
I
Isn't
know.
it so weird,
So that's
though?
crazy, I know.
How weird is that?
Yeah.
That's like when you see those like little kids that are like boxers today, and they're like, and they've been like doing push-ups since they were like 1.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
That I'm like that kid. I'm like that weird anomaly. Like,
Their neck veins
why
have
the hell
pecs.
is this kid like? Why is he doing a concert? Why is it Eminem and Aaron Carter in 1998 performing
What the fuck?
on the bill?
Where was that?
That
In
how
Germany.
old are you, what, 9?
Eminem, he brought me, I did an interview, and I loved Eminem. When he, I'm
Yeah,
one
so
of
this
the
was the
biggest fans,
dream.
But I did an interview. Yeah, I did an interview. I was told what to say in my interviews, and there was controversy when Eminem came out. You know, remember the controversy?
Oh,
He
yeah.
was like the first craziest motherfucker out
Yes,
there.
yes.
That was talking about killing his kids, and
Yes.
daughters, whatever. I did an interview, and I said, "Oh yeah."
What did
I
they
don't
tell you to say,
condone-
by the way?
I don't listen to Eminem. I don't like that he cusses. But I was told to say that. He found me at the venue, and he pushed me in the bathroom, and he says, "You ever talk about me again, I'm gonna blow your head off with a shotgun." And I was like 8 years old, and I was like, "Yes."
I just got a death threat from one of my favorite artists of all time. Yeah, I made it. Yeah.
I might have peed a little.
Yeah, of
but
course you
that's
did.
fine.
Yeah, at a place you didn't know you could be. Yeah.
I've done crazy shows with the craziest people you can imagine. I've performed with Luther Vandross.
Wow.
You know, Elton John is one of my biggest fans, man. Like,
Wow.
Yes.
You perform with him?
Yeah, I have performed with him. Yes, in
Wow.
England. Yes, we have performed together. Yes.
So-
I didn't know I didn't know who Elton John was, really. My mom was like, "Oh my
This is
God."
freaking
And
out.
I'm just like, "Mom, what's wrong with you?" Like, it was me and my mom. So I'm a mama's boy. I'm
Me
a
too.
straight mama's
Me
boy.
too, yeah.
You know, like I was always just with my mom. I mean, we went through some crazy stuff together. We were in Paris when Princess Diana died.
Wow.
And I saw my mom hit the ground and start crying really bad, and she was just like, I was like, who is she crying over? Princess Diana? Like, what is, like who's Princess Diana? I'm 8, 9 years old, just doing shows, and, you know, she was the people's princess at that
Yeah.
time, and my mom looked just like her
Oh,
with the
wow.
blonde, short hair.
Oh, wow.
Emulated. So there was things that I went through being a kid, and then I grow up, and I'm like, oh, my God, wow, that's crazy. Like, I went through, like I was there in the audience. I was there at the memorial when Elton John was singing "Candle in the Wind."
Whoa. Do you remember that?
I don't have to. There's a clip of me on the thing
Holy shit.
where they
dude.
show me
That-
and my
that
mom.
weird? That'd be so weird. Like,
To relive your life, dude.
Especially when I was younger, you don't have any of that. You know, you don't have social media. We didn't have.
Yeah, I know.
Like, so now it's like now people are more used to having a.
Social media is just it's such a detriment, and it can be such a death to anything because there's so much jealousy out there in this world. And
Does it make you miss those days when you were coming up and
oh, for sure.
it was just the way you got the feedback was from the show
Mm-hmm.
or post-show or close quarters with people that actually, right? You didn't have to go
the mentality of whatever their opinion is none of your business.
Yeah.
That's
and you don't have to seek
that
it
was
out.
so relevant because
not an option.
Yeah,
You
because
can
it
find it
wasn't.
either.
You couldn't see it. No one could send you
Well,
stuff.
and now it's just gotten people you got people on there just saying stuff to say stuff. Like I used to tell
Yeah, I
people
know.
all the time.
I know. I
Oh,
can't.
people get upset about something that somebody. That guy, buddy of mine, was a comedian. I don't want to say his name, but he's complaining about guys making comments on this thing about him, and I'm looking at him like, wait, do you know him?
Yeah.
Does he know you?
Yeah.
Why do you give a shit what he thinks?
Right.
Well, in my defense,
Oh, okay, I see.
Why-
I see. That's
why
good.
he's
That's actually a
because-
good.
Why,
That's a good bit of advice, actually, for other people out there that
by
are
the way,
watching. I hope you heard what he just said, though.
He doesn't know you. He hasn't seen. He knows nothing about you. So what? Why the fuck? Why do you care what he
Why
says?
do you
Like,
care?
He's saying it. I've seen stupid stuff. Like they don't know what's going on with you. He doesn't know about you.
Yeah.
Anything personal about you.
Well, it's probably two things, Chuck. It's probably one, nobody wants to be called out on their bullshit, or two, nobody wants to be accused of being something that they're not.
totally.
But you can't control it, like you said. There's
Nobody
nothing
wants
you
to
can
have
do.
a-
They don't know
There's so
you.
many- I get there's so many people. I'll go in there and comment back. Someone's just joking because I think it's funny. I'm not,
Right.
Trust me,
No
you
malicious
don't bother
intent.
me. You don't bother me. So if they say something bad, I'll say something back. Oh man, I'm just kidding, man. I'm a big fan. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, that always happens.
All they're trying to
He's
do
so
is
right.
Retreat so
Yeah.
quick, right?
Retreat, like, it's like.
Bro, that happens. He's so right about that. I deal with it too all the time. I have something from this kid just the other day. He was like, man, oh don't be a pussy or something like that, or
So
stop,
easy to
stop
hide behind
talking
the
or
keyboard.
something. And then I was like, hey man, you don't gotta be like that. I've been through enough. And then he goes, hey, I'm so sorry.
Whoa! Just
so
hit him with a
sorry.
truth bomb, and he was like,
Yeah, I mean, I just hit people with trouble. Hey,
Yeah.
man, you don't have to treat me that way. Don't call me a crackhead.
Yeah.
You know everybody calls me a crackhead just because I'm skinny, but I've never smoked crack in my life. But
Wow.
you say it to get under my skin. I said, don't do that. I've already been through enough.
yeah.
And then he goes, oh, shit, I'm sorry. So I'm always trying to – I have this methodology that I call the black web. So the internet is basically like a spider web, right? And you're the spider of your own web.
Right.
So you're attracting these people and these insects and your prey that get stuck there, right? With wherever you place your black web. Well, the black web mentality with me was every time I go on Instagram Live, I'm going to look for that one person that really does not like me. And is really just, and it's like, you're a crackhead, you're a meth head. Pick up, go live. Hey, man, how you doing? What's up? Why don't you like me? Why are you calling me a crackhead? Why are you calling me a meth head? You know I've never done anything, any of these things. I've proved it to you guys on national TV. Did hair follicle tests, did all this crazy
wow.
shit to prove to people. I went through hell and trying to prove people wrong. Like, and I'm so sick of it.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of it.
It's exhausting
Like,
to try to change public perception when you don't have control over it, right?
Yes.
I mean, you can control what you can control, and then hope that people just, you know.
I mean, it's to be honest, I don't know what it's like in the fighting world, but you're a fighter, so and you're actually a real fighter. So am I, though. But we're fighting different kinds of fights, you know.
Right.
But I have to spiritually and emotionally be strong to fight off these things. Now, what Chuck just said about how like he deals with the people online, that just registered with me more than you know, because I'm so sensitive to what people say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I
Always been
really
that
am.
way?
I think it's because I started so young.
Yeah. And got feedback so quickly, right? And
Probably.
criticism,
I
yeah.
mean, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know exactly. I'm working. I've been working on my book for like a year, 2 years.
Oh, dope.
So I'm still, but it's gonna be a really kick-ass book, not one of those typical like just like, oh my god, feel bad for me, my life sucks, but I
Yeah.
have millions of dollars. Fuck you. Like, stop it with these melancholy
Yeah,
books.
the real
people.
hardships.
Like, yeah, you know, have a book that's got some fun, entertaining, weird shit in it. Like, I smoked weed with Michael Jackson when I was 15.
What?
You can't take that away from me.
Dude, I feel like that's the name of your next album. Do you want to get on the keys and start singing a song about smoking weed with Michael Jackson?
They say, why?
Wait, let me hold the mic.
Why?
Wait.
Tell them that it's OG Kush now. Why? Why? Did he smoke me that way?
That was awesome.
Amazing, dude. Holy shit. I didn't know MJ. Was he fucking?
Bro, I was smoking weed with him in Santa Ynez. I used to live next door to him in Santa Ynez in Santa Barbara. We used to live next door to him. We had a ranch called Heaven's Gate. It had 120 acres on it, and it was beautiful property. 10,000 square foot house. We lived right next door to him. And then I ended up going and kicking it with Michael when I was like 15. Get this. This story's going to fuck y'all up. Watch this.
Are we still rolling?
You
Okay,
better,
thank
you
God.
better be rolling.
Yeah.
So, Michael, we did I did the Jackson 25th anniversary special at Madison Square Garden,
Wow.
September 9th and September 10th. And then guess what? It was 2001, bro. We left the morning of September 11th from New York City.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
watched the first plane hit the first tower across the Hudson in a limousine, a private. I don't make shit up. I look you right in your eye. Chuck, he can probably tell a liar from. No. I had 4 other people with me there watching it too. My bodyguard, my tour manager, the limo driver, and me. So, and my tutor. And I did the show September 9th, September 10th, Madison Square Garden.
So ultimate high.
And then on September 11th, Michael invited me, Macaulay, and a couple people to go to an amusement park with him. So you don't turn that down.
No.
And I was already on tour, but my parents didn't let me turn that down. So I get in a private, limo. Drive. The limo gets a flat tire, pulls over, and I'm like just sitting there staring at the towers, thinking about Home Alone, how I was in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Yeah.
And just thinking like, you know, just looking at it, and they were just really large and in charge, and they towered over every other building in New York City. And
iconic.
You just could not see them
Yes.
when you were there. And I'm just staring at them, just like, you know, waiting for them to fix the tire. It's about, you know, 7:30 in the morning, 7:45, right before the first plane hit. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I hear, and I look over me, and that plane fucking flew right over top of me. And I could see the UA and the numbers, United Airlines or American Airlines or whatever it had on it. I could see like the numbers on the bottom of the wingspan, because that's where it is.
It's that close.
And I never knew that until then.
Yeah.
Because it was so close above me. I watch it, and I told everybody, I said, watch, that plane's going to do something weird. Everyone stopped. They start watching it with me, and did one of these, and bam. And it smashed into the building, and then we saw it hit, and it was like 1, 2, 3. So we saw the explosion first, and it took 3 seconds, kind of like that body shot that I took. It it's because of the speed of sound.
Yeah.
So that's how I really got involved with Michael. We were all a part of that. Which
that bonds you.
Which was really, I mean, it was.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it does. It did bond a lot of people. And I thought, because my parents weren't with me. You're wondering where my parents were? Well, they were going to go back to the Keys. I was old enough to be with a guardian.
Yeah.
So they were going to go back down the home to the Keys, which was, you know, ended up being, we had to stop what we were doing. And I thought my parents were in the first plane, because I called them, and you were hearing an error message that you'd never heard before.
Oh, yeah.
When you were trying to
That's
call
suspect.
into New York City.
Yeah.
There was an error message, and it wasn't very clear of what it was. So I thought it was like their phone that blew up in the plane that I just had watched. And I had said to the people watching with me, I was like, it was a commercial airline. And they were all starting to argue with me that it was a private airline, which it wasn't. I was right. And then I said, take me to LaGuardia right now. I'm going to find my mom and my dad. And they took me there, and we're watching, and we saw the second one hit on the way to go get my mom and my dad. And mind you, we couldn't get a hold of him, and it was pandemonium at the airport. I stood on top of the limousine, and I started screaming my parents' name.
Wow,
and I was still young enough to where I had like that high tingy pitch voice. You know?
It could pierce through anything.
Yeah, like where your balls are like still,
I
like,
haven't totally
way
dropped
up there,
it.
you know?
Yeah.
So like,
It's a good time. It's a good time.
So,
people feel
I'm
bad for that kid.
sitting-
When you scream like that kid,
I was
people.
like,
yeah,
I was
everyone
like,
listens to that
all
kid.
of a sudden, I was like, oh, shit, I just
Yeah.
heard Michael in the back of my head. Like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
but
yeah.
anyway, I found my parents. They found my voice. They heard me, and they found me. And then it took us 27 hours. We had to rent a minivan, 27 hours to drive straight back down to the Keys.
Dear God, dude.
Yeah, it was a crazy situation. Then about a year later, we did a song called "Tell Me What More Can I Give." So it was like almost like
You and Mike did.
it was one of his charity songs. He picked me, Celine Dion, Destiny's Child, NSYNC, Luther Vandross, and that was the 5 people he picked to be in the song.
Fuck.
And then NSYNC as well, Justin and my brother too.
So you got to kick it with all these people too, or were you kind of all separate for the
I mean,
event?
I've known Justin. NSYNC used to open up for me in
Wow,
Germany.
dude.
They remember.
Wow.
They remember. In 1998, they were opening up for me. NSYNC was opening up for Aaron Carter.
And are you
Opening up for a little kid. Imagine how embarrassing that is.
1,000%? Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Like-
Do you go into their dressing room and be like, "Have a good show, boys," or like, or do you kind of just like know that they're already probably like, "God damn, man, we got to flip this
No,
script."
I don't know. Actually, you know what? They my Justin Timberlake acted more like a brother to me than my own brother did. When we would do all the the pop shows.
Shout out
together.
JT, man.
So I just want to say to Justin Timberlake, I remember all the times that he looked out for me when I was a little kid.
He's a
Big
good
time.
dude. He's a good dude. I've hung out with him quite a few
He's
times.
a really great
Good
guy,
guy.
and that's you know,
He's been really cool.
yeah. He's not a jealous
dope.
human being. He's not a he doesn't have any animosity. He comes back years later and apologizes for the thing that happened with Janet Jackson with the nip slip, at the Super Bowl. You know,
Do we
he's
think
a
that was
stand-up guy.
staged?
I don't know. That star thing she had on her titty was weird.
Yeah. I don't know. If I was Janet
Did
Jackson,
you
I'd be
ever
trying to
see
show
the
my
thing?
boobs
Like I
at all
remember being a
costs.
little kid being like,
Yeah, for sure.
to that little thing.
But do you make the noise
To
when you
her?
do it, or was that?
No, that was the noise.
Okay, that was the noise you reckon. Yeah,
No,
I don't know.
that was my gerbil
Everyone's-
spinning in its little his little wheel. But I'm
Hilarious. Yeah. Hey, everyone's different, dude. I listen to Phil Collins.
I
You make
remember,
gerbil
this
noises.
was
Yeah.
the day I fell in love with black women.
Yeah, yeah. I know, dude. That was also we hadn't seen anything like that on live TV on an event of that magnitude.
Yeah, I
where
know.
it was truly.
It's
I mean, that was crazy. Do you remember where you were? I mean, talk about remember where you were when 9/11 happened. Where were you when Janet Jackson's titty came out?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
Watching the TV.
Yeah, probably.
And then being like that little like creeper kid that keeps rewinding.
Keeps
the-
rewinding
the
it, yeah.
5
Well, they did
second
it on
clip.
purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron's the TV's broken. Well, fucking buy another one. We got to see this replay. Yeah.
All I remember was it being a big like star thing on her
Yeah.
titty, and thinking
Couldn't
to
miss
myself,
it.
that shit had to hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, if they did it intentionally, that's kind of.
I think so.
You know, that's,
Yeah, she had an album coming out. That's what I want to ask too. Like,
You
how
think
much?
so? You think
For
I
sure. I don't know.
I mean,
It
it's
could've-
kind of
started-
strange because she was standing there and just doing her whole thing, and he literally just walks up to her and goes,
I bet he knew. I bet that was a move.
Like
I don't think he genuinely knew that maybe it was going to
Like the
come off
whole
so
hoo-ha
easy.
was gonna
I
pop
bet
out?
maybe she loosened something up, or
so maybe it's supposed to look like lingerie or something under there or
totally.
something.
Yeah. Maybe there wasn't. Maybe she just pulled an
Maybe
audible.
Justin just wanted to really see what was going on.
Totally.
over
Maybe he was like, "This is for every 12-year-old boy out there." You know?
there. This is for you, Aaron.
Yeah. He looks in the camera, Aaron, and you're like, "No,
Look,
leave
Aaron,
me out
she's
of
a
this."
ninja star in a movie.
How much of that I want to know too, like going into like this match, are you thinking about press-wise? Because talking about social media and it being
Right.
so, a big part of now everything, right? Whether you're trying to promote your music or this match, like, are you, because you did it so much coming up, are you even more cognizant of like, all right, I got to do like more podcasts, more videos, I got to really hype things up, or do you trust that
Yes.
like the event itself is going to be so big
Right.
that I don't have to do as much, maybe?
Right. Well, no, I don't ever think like that.
Yeah.
I always consider anything that I go into like a door deal. So basically, we have guarantees in the industry, and then we have door deals. A guarantee is, okay, here's $20,000. You do your show, and you leave, and that's it. Or a door deal, you get 50% of the door, and then you have to do 50% of the promotion on your end in order to get that door deal sold. So when it comes to marketing and promotion and campaigning, I understand it. I understand the game. I don't ever like to overdo it, though, because that's how people lose their longevity, is when they give up too much. If you become a complete open book and there's nothing left to read, where's your longevity?
Right.
So I've always understood the mindset of longevity, and then how to keep myself relevant, and then also how to just keep reinventing myself and challenging myself. This shit is challenging. Fighting, I give it to you. I honestly, hats off to you, bro.
I know.
Hats off to you, because not only did we do Dancing with the Stars and other things together, but I respect him because he had the nerve as a fighter, to go in and be a part of this conglomerate of people that we don't know what to expect. I was cool. Like, I went into Dancing with the Stars, and I was like, I had a comfortable hat on.
Right.
Because I know, like, I can dance a little bit. You can't dance.
Out of his comfort.
So,
way out of my comfort zone.
but
for
no, he
sure.
can now, though.
He's got a dancer's body.
Honestly,
you know.
we were starting to get very impressed with Chuck, because it's all about the learning,
Totally.
and it's all about shutting the fuck up and listening. And nobody better than a guy like him.
Dude, he's a sponge, committed to like
Exactly.
figuring it out. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, I did my best to work at it.
You
But
did,
was-
and so
like
did
said,
I.
It's
I
one of those
mean-
things. It's different. It's a different kind of dancing too. It's like that ballroom.
Every
dance is
week was new
different.
for us.
Every
It was
week is something new.
something new. Yeah, it was a great experience. But I mean,
I had a lot of fun.
yeah, I mean, to tap back on it though, what I'm saying is just like, I have so much respect for fighters and people who truly do this sport, and they eat, breathe, and shit this stuff. And I mean, I got a small little body rock, man. He's broken so many bones in his body.
Keeps going.
It's just crazy, and not on people's faces. With the 4-ounce gloves on. I don't know what they got in the UFC.
Now, if you all the tattoos, like where I was gonna say, like, are they to cover up like bumps and bruises? Like when you take another rib shot, you're just gonna get a tattoo, like of a human rib, just to
Actually, wait, that sounds kind of dope.
right? A
No,
rib on
actually,
a rib.
listen, I don't want to make it a pity party, man. I don't give a fuck. I know it's a pain game. I know, but it's a game that I've never played before, though.
Right.
So I just got to play it a couple of times.
Yeah, you're allowed
and
to
I gotta
gripe a little
learn.
bit, right? Yeah.
And now, go figure, our positions have reversed. For real,
for real.
they have reversed.
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
touching into your your element when, 14 years ago. What is it?
2009. Yeah.
Jesus. Ago. Like it was the other way around.
Does the performing and this is what I was getting at earlier with just like the big stages and once things took off and you were seasoned and in charge of your tour at 12, like, which again is crazy to say, but did you feel, is that kind of when you started to kind of go like, develop a just a sharper point of view about who you are as a person?
You're very intuitive and you're very intelligent and I'll tell you the reason why I'm saying this about that.
Yeah.
Is because you, for some reason, you get it. You get it. That
I'm a comic, man. There's a grind between comedy and music and even fighting, man, where it's like there's so much.
But you just tapped into something that not a lot of people understand.
I'm psychic, yeah.
Yeah, well, you definitely have clairvoyance going on here. Very clear.
Yeah,
No, you tapped into something that not a lot of people know. I have to tell them and enlighten them, and that is that at that age, it's you start realizing, oh, I'm the boss.
You got to wear that hat.
That's what you realize.
Yeah.
You got your mother and your father managing you. You're 13, 14 years old. They don't let you go in the office. You don't even have a wallet. I didn't even have a wallet until I turned 18. I bought my first wallet when I was 18.
Did that bug you?
Well, yeah, it bugged me. I had to start drug dealing instead to make money.
Whoa.
When I was 15 and 16, I sold coke and ecstasy. Triple stacks.
Because you're doing all this shit and you're like, all right, I'm bringing in all this business. Why am I not reaping the benefits? Is that?
I was getting nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I would get like a boat or a golf cart or something, but I was stuck like an animal in a zoo on this compound, that big compound with all the houses. And
at 15, yeah.
Yeah, and most people that would be like the dream, but I would rather just be going to house parties. I tried to sneak out. My dad would lock the gates at night. I tried to sneak out. I left my hand over those pins.
Yeah.
And my whole pinky ripped off. You could see it from here.
God damn.
And then see the web side on where he webbed it.
Because you tried to climb over?
Because I tried to climb over the fence at 1 o'clock in the morning to go to a house party, and then
just to get some normalcy.
My dad would lock the gates at night.
That had to be weird growing up like that.
Yeah, and then I had to go to my dad and be like, "Dad, look at my hand." And he said, "Well, what did you do?"
Oh man.
And I said, "I just dropped something over on the other side of the gate. I was just trying to get it."
Hilarious.
And then he goes, click, turns on the CCTV and goes, "Oh, so who's the monkey jumping over there, losing his finger?" And he goes, "Guess what? Come here." Opens up a tourniquet and he stitched it up himself. Didn't even give me anything for pain. Because I lied to him. I don't lie. That's the one thing about me that I really pride myself on is I don't lie. Sometimes my truths are so out of this world to people that they think I'm lying. But I know, like when he says, I feel comfortable going in there, whatever it is, I know my truths. I don't have any reason to lie. I've smoked weed with Michael Jackson. I've done.
Yeah, we skipped over that, by the way.
I
want to go back to that real quick.
Go,
what type of weed was it? What did you talk about?
The craziest kush I've ever had in my life.
Is it funny to smoke with? Like I got so like.
So this how
I want to smoke with Snoop so bad, and the fact that you smoked with MJ is like, that's out of this world to me.
Well, Snoop didn't smoke with MJ, so gotcha, Snoop.
That's what I'm saying. Gotcha, Snoop. That's another track on the album, Gotcha, Snoop. It's all songs about how you smoke pot with MJ and other people haven't. And just calling them out for it. Yeah. Yeah.
Meet the new executive producers of my new album.
Please, man, I'm down.
It's called Fuck You.
It's called Fuck You. Yeah. Dude, that's actually, by the way, everybody would buy that. Such a simple title. Everyone's like, what does it mean? Listen to the tracks. Figure it out. Yeah.
Well, fuck like me.
Yeah.
Second best.
Yeah. So what, he calls you up and says, what, I got some Bubba Kush, or how does it go down?
No, so we, 42nd, it was just like 42nd birthday party or something, right? And this was after the 9/11 and all this stuff. And, I was 15, 16 years old. I was 15. I'm born at the end of the year, December. So I was 15. I go there. We did his birthday party. I took his cake and I smashed it in his face.
Whoa. It's an aggressive move.
Like, oh, my God, why'd you do that?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. What's he going to do? It's my goal.
Oh, he was cool like that?
He was so cool. He was cool as shit. He started laughing. He threw it back in our face. But I grabbed his cake in front of 30,000 people at Neverland for his birthday party. Went bam, smashed it right in his face.
Jesus Christ!
What's he gonna do? He ain't gonna do nothing. And they're like, I can't believe you did that. I'm like, so? I beat his Guinness Book of World Records. He don't care about that. He cares about that Guinness Book of World Records.
Probably enjoyed some of the treat me like a person type behavior, right? Or
he didn't, and not because I didn't care that he was anybody special. I don't care. People are people.
Yes.
He
was a homie, so I could smash a cake in a homie's face.
So get this. So that it was his his birthday party. And JoJo, who does 102.7 Kiss FM, JoJo on the air.
Oh, yeah.
He was there with us, too, as me, JoJo, and Nick, and Michael all on stage, and I smashed a cake in his face. And then that was the night Michael gave me his jacket.
How did that go down?
When we did the Madison Square Garden concert, he had the jacket on. That's the jacket that he was wearing. I had that jacket. He was sitting next to Elizabeth, or Liza Minnelli, or Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah.
I forgot which one. Elizabeth Taylor?
Two
It
grades.
was Elizabeth Taylor he was sitting next to, and he had that jacket on. And I went up to him. I said, "Can I have your jacket?" Just calm and simple.
Yeah.
Hey, I want that jacket. Please. Please. Like a little 15-year-old kid. Please, can you have it, please?
That worked.
3 years later, Raffle, who is the executor of his estates, and a good friend of mine, he's sitting there with Michael, and he goes, "Hey, Michael, don't you have something to give Aaron?" He goes in his closet, comes out. He goes, "Stand up, Aaron." He puts it on me like he knighted me, and he did it right in front of Nick. My brother stood up and walked out.
Whoa.
Michael's main house.
Whoa.
Didn't even say goodbye. It was me, Rodney Jerkins, Michael, and my brother, and Raffle.
Yeah, dude, that's
I'm
a...
friends with Rodney.
So ask Rodney about the story.
I will.
He'll tell you.
That's cool.
He'll be able to.
That's awesome.
Tell you that.
Rodney's a good dude. He
Rodney's
lives up the street from me.
Yeah, Dark Child, Rodney Jerkins. I idolize him as a
good people.
producer.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he did Michael's last album, Invincible. Rodney Jerkins, so that's
Yeah.
why he was there with the whole thing, because they were working on the album.
Right.
His last album that he did, Invincible.
Did Michael say anything to Nick as he walked out? Like, "Hey, motherfucker, he lost a pinky hopping a fence. Like, step your game up." You know,
He
like,
didn't.
He's tougher than you.
He
No.
Actually, Michael didn't talk like that. He only did that to protect his voice.
Brilliant.
He had a very low tone.
Really?
He actually spoke more like this.
Whoa.
I do the same thing because I protect my vocals.
I should do
But
because
he
I got a
actually
naturally deeper
spoke
voice. I
very
should be talking
lowly.
higher, huh?
Well, I mean, my tone is actually down here.
Yeah.
Like, my dad had a very vibrant, tone, but Michael is the same way. But he just spoke lighter on his vocal cords to protect them and to keep them as pristine as he did.
So talking soft
He
is a way to
told me
protect
these
them, yeah?
methods.
Yeah.
He told me. He warned me. So he gives me the jacket, right, in front of Nick. Nick gets up and has a pissy fit and fucking leaves.
Wait, hold on, wait a second. If I talk with a high pitched voice, that means I can actually sing. Does that mean
I love that's what you took from that.
Can I be able to start singing?
Yeah, I think so.
I have the worst voice ever.
It's possible.
Not that bad, but you look.
I'm listening.
terrible.
I'm hearing it.
We're pretty bad.
I think we got to close this out with a Chuck song.
Chuck Liddell featured on my new album.
Oh my God, dude! Again, people would buy it just to hear at least 2 verses.
Wait, so I did How I Beat Shaq. How I Beat Chuck.
There it is.
No, I could never beat Chuck. Sorry.
I think it's a
Motherfucker
slow
would be
ballad.
ass.
Whatever song Chuck's, it's like maybe it's called Striker City. Like, come on down to Striker City.
Or we could just do a song about crazy Russians.
Crazy Russians. There we go.
Oh, yeah, Crazy Russians. That
Yeah,
would be definitely a good one.
Oh shit! Inside joke. Please share. Please share.
We're Eskimo Brothers. No, I'm just
Okay.
kidding. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's the song, Eskimo Brothers.
Eskimo Bros. No, so listen. Let me finish this up.
Yeah.
All right, so smashes cake in the face. He gives me the jacket
Yeah.
in front of Nick. Nick has a pissy fit, calls for a limo, leaves, goes 2.5 hours back to L.A., gets all mad about it. I call my mom, and I'm like, "Mom, can I please stay here? Like, I'm having a blast here. Like, it's so much fun. I love Michael." And she's like, "Of course."
Cool.
So she let me stay. The next day, I wake up. So Michael pulled out like a little cot he had
Yeah.
in his main bedroom for me to sleep on. That was a little weird. It
Yeah.
was a little weird that he had like a cot ready.
And you're how old again?
And I was 15.
Yeah.
So,
So you're at that age. You're like, where's another room?
well, then here's just because this is Chuck's podcast.
Yeah.
This is why first time I'm gonna say this. Are you ready?
Please.
Okay. Michael got into the cot in my bed.
Yeah.
In his tighty whities and was at the end of the bed. And I said, "What are you doing?" And, he got up and he went back to his bed.
Whoa.
And I do stick up for him against, the people that claim that he's a pedophile.
Sure.
But I also have a story that kind of contradicts that.
Whoa. So you're split.
No, I didn't split. No,
No, I'm
actually-
saying you're split on just kind of.
Oh yeah, I definitely have a split. But really, when it came down to it, I think that Michael just was so lonely and nobody understood him. that he didn't have any normalcy in his life, so he never knew what right from wrong were.
Yeah.
And when you grow up like that, you think you're almighty and powerful, that nothing can touch you or get you. You got to remember, Michael was taking Xanax and propofol administered by Dr. Conrad Murray to help him sleep because he couldn't sleep at night.
Yeah.
I have the same problem.
But you're not
I
even
have the
thinking
same
of
issues. Michael Jackson told me that he said, Aaron, your family is all going to turn on you one day. And that day has arrived. That day has arrived.
Wow.
That day arrived 2 years ago.
How could he foresee that? Just from the success that was growing?
Because of how Nick stood up and walked out and didn't support his brother.
Gotcha. Yeah, it was a big moment.
So he knew because he grew up with all Tito and his older brothers beating the shit out of him. Jackson 5. So he saw in Nick what he saw in the rest of his older brothers that used to abuse him.
Whoa.
And so I stayed in touch with Michael up until the day he died.
How was he at that point? I mean, all we have is the documentary and seeing.
Michael was. You want me to be honest with
Please.
you? Michael was really taking. It seemed allegedly like he was taking a lot of Xanax, too much. He was being administered propofol to help him sleep on top of Xanax, which they're both benzos. And he was just searching for some sort of normalcy towards the end, when he was going to die. I mean, I know there's a lot of conspiracy theories out there, and AEG killed him, and Live Nation or whatever.
Overworked him and all that.
Overworked and all that. No, you couldn't there's not one person who could outwork Michael Jackson. It was the drugs, and it was
the yes men.
The yes men, correct, which are the worst kind of people to have around. Oh yeah, sure, you can have this Xanax.
I don't want to be the guy to say no to you, right?
Yeah.
Like that happens.
Yes. There's those people like that in this world, that they live their whole lives. Nobody says no to them. They always say yes, and they purposely keep yes men around them because they want to be superior.
Right.
That's how I feel my brother is. I feel my brother keeps all yes men around him just to feel superior and above everybody else. So I'm personally not going to live my life that way. I'm going to, when my baby comes in November, I'm going to take years off. I made $850,000 in 3 years on real estate. I'm good.
Oh. Can I borrow $30,000? I'm
Sure.
opening a sandwich shop in
I
Chuck's basement.
I gotta pay this one guy for this lawsuit, but after that,
for sure. Dude, that's. I mean,
no, actually, seriously,
yeah.
I just got sued.
No, it's actually a shit show.
I did just get sued.
Yeah.
I told somebody to go fuck themselves after I apparently copyright infringed their stuff. Fucking internet. Note to self: anyone on Twitter and Instagram and all that, do not share anybody else's photos. They can sue you for it, and they will.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Damn. Dude.
Once it goes to Twitter, it doesn't mean that Twitter owns it. I just got sued. Trust me, I know.
Wow. You'll get through that.
No, it's no problem. That's a day of OnlyFans for me.
Are you on OnlyFans?
Yeah, of course I am.
Good for you.
Yeah.
What are you putting up there?
Well, it's funny because my girl was an OnlyFans model when I met her.
Whoa.
And I had this bad taste in my mouth about OnlyFans. I'm like, oh, this is porn,
Right.
And that's
how I met Chuck, because he had these pictures of his toes on there, and I was like, this guy's fucking hot.
Yeah. Hey, they love feet.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Well, dude,
they-
toes that look like cocks, yeah. Chuck is crushing in that department. Chuck's got that toe cock, and I was like,
The guys from OnlyFans hit me up about doing an OnlyFans because they were trying to get away from that stigma of just being a porn.
Yeah.
Trying to get away from doing that. So
Yeah, but you know what, Chuck? The thing is, it's like soft porn. It's
I know,
or it can be fetishes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Your
I'm not
feet,
saying
your armpit.
and I don't care about anybody. They're making the money. It didn't bother me at all.
Here's the thing. I don't fuck anybody on there. I don't have sex. I don't have sex with any girls, or my girl for that matter. She was an OnlyFans model, and she was doing the badder stuff, And I was like, I made her a bet. I took her on a vacation to Amsterdam, and I made her a bet. I said, listen, I don't like that you do OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I said, let me do it. I said, if I can make more than you've made in 1 month, ever, you're off.
good for you.
And I'm on, and you don't have to sell your body anymore.
Cool.
And I made $45,000 in 25 minutes.
What the fuck? Is that real? Is that legal?
No.
That's amazing, dude. Wait, so
actually,
what were you?
the guy can't even sell the company because it falls under sex trafficking. Did you know that?
No. Wow.
He can't even sell the company because it falls under sex trafficking laws.
Yeah, well, there's probably some pretty lucrative content on there.
Well, the lucrative content is that a lot of people can escort
Yeah.
through that.
Oh,
app.
yeah.
Or cryptocurrency, pay to do things. It's more than just sex. OnlyFans. There's more to it than that. People can pay cryptocurrency fees to somebody to do something bad to you because they don't like you, but they paid you through OnlyFans so they can't be tracked or traced because you donated to somebody you like on OnlyFans. Get it?
No.
Crazy.
The crypto world is so over my head. I mean, all the Bitcoin, everything. I'm not even close
Well, the
to-
worst thing now is Discord.
Yeah.
You know what Discord is?
No.
Discord is a gaming community, like a server for a gaming community. It's all encrypted, and this is where people use. This is like other celebrities will use these people in these Discord worlds to smear campaign culture somebody else to shut them down,
Gotcha.
and they'll pay them through crypto, through the Discord, or their YouTube channels. They it's like Twitch kind of, you know, and like the Twitch and Discord. Discord's like the little chat rooms, but the Discord is gonna be, mark my words, it's gonna be the next thing that's really becomes like a federal problem because I have a lot of experience. You guys gotta remember, I've been doing this in this industry for 27 years.
Yeah, it's a long time.
All right, Jennifer Lopez is doing a commercial right now talking about her hair, how she's been doing it for 25 years. I got 2 years on you, J-Lo.
That's crazy. Another great track on the album. I got 2 years on you, J-Lo. Snoop didn't smoke with MJ. I got 2 years on you, J-Lo. Dude, this album's going to be all call-outs.
Got choked out by M. Yeah.
Dude, that is a... yeah.
Best friends with Diana Ross and Ross, Evan Ross, her son, you know.
Have you learned
Grew up
from
with
all
them.
these people along the way? Like, I'm sure Chuck, too, like, you know, just coming up and the people you've fought against, made friends with, worked with, become adversaries. Like, you pull from all these experiences and relationships, right?
For sure, yeah. You learn from everybody. I mean, as you're going through about life too, and life, and as you're going through the sport, for sure. I learn from every fight, every win, every loss. There's a lesson to be learned.
Hell yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, and that's exactly that's why I decided to take on this endeavor and this venture with Damon, you know, with celebrity boxing, is because one, I'm the kind of person that puts my best foot forward.
Yeah.
I'm not a faker. So if someone's gonna get me to fake something, fuck you. I'm gonna call you out for being fake. I'm gonna let everybody know you're fake, and then I'm gonna go giddy up on my horse. You know what I mean? But so that's Damon approached me actually about 2.5 years ago, and there wasn't the right fight, and so that's why we ended up waiting and just being homies, and I just kicked it. Patience is a virtue. Next thing I know, Lamar. And I'm like,
Was that an immediate yes? Or were
Of
you,
course it was.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of anybody's size.
You weren't like, taller, give
I
me
don't-
Yao Ming. Yeah.
I don't care how big you are. Because
Wow.
my dad, they used to call him the one hitter quitter. All right. He always used to tell me, you know what I like about you, Aaron? You're not a pussy like your brother. And he says, and he always used to tell me this too. If you're gonna point a gun at somebody, make sure you're ready to kill him.
Holy shit. How old were you
And-
when he said that?
12 when he gave me my first
Okay, at least it
410
wasn't like
single load
out of the womb. Like, you know,
shotgun.
yeah.
When I got my first shotgun.
Damn.
you know that I think that's from a shooter's perspective. My grandfather was a sheriff, and he said the same thing. Don't pull a gun on someone unless you're willing to kill him.
He did.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
He said,
That's crazy.
Don't pull a gun on someone unless you're willing to kill him.
My mom said,
That's
careful
what-
with those
that's what
water
my dad-
balloons,
that's what
fatty.
my-
Yeah. Yeah, so same shit, man. You know, we all had our people looking out for us. But
We're gonna get him a shirt that says euphemism on it. Way to break the ice.
yeah.
Come on, I'm trying to do an interview.
It's Icebreakers,
Iceman,
baby. It's
Icebreakers.
Icebreakers. That's
I
the
know.
podcast.
Is
yeah.
that what it's
Yeah,
called?
Icebreakers, man.
Is it really?
Yeah,
oh
dude.
my god, that's sick.
Yeah, dude. We'll have to get you to do a drop, a radio drop.
A radio drop. I want to be the third co-host on this.
I know you crushed it, man. This has been awesome. A few more things before we wrap this up, and thanks for making time, by the way.
I got all the time in the world for you. Guys, whatever you need.
It's
For this man,
yeah, dude. It's big
I
time.
love
man.
him. Like, and so
I know, is
I'm
it-
not a fan of many people, but
Well, because you met so many people too, and
yeah,
it's,
that's why.
Yeah.
And so, you know, seeing somebody I looked up to that made me feel as when I watched him on TV, when I would get beat up by my brother or beat up by stuff, I would watch him, and it would make me feel better about myself. How weird is that?
yeah.
It would make me feel like, okay, well, he's strong, I'm strong.
Wow. Look at that. Do you know you were inspiring
man.
young fucking?
For real, no.
I get it a lot from people, like different things. I don't necessarily understand how I did it.
Totally.
I really appreciate it that I was able to help people
Every day.
and
You're helping
yeah.
people every day. I mean,
that for me, whenever I have people come and tell stories, I get lately the weird one I'm getting though is I get like people come up, man, I had a guy the other day. My dad was kind of an asshole, but my only good memories of him and watching the fights with you.
Wow.
Watching your fights with him. I'm like,
oh.
okay, sorry
Yeah.
sorry to hear your dad. But I'm glad it could be something.
Totally,
something
yeah,
good
that's
for your,
huge.
Good memory of your dad, But like I get people going, yeah, I'm my dad's favorite fighter. I get that a lot.
But you know what, Chuck?
It was just kind of, it's just weird. It just started happening, but it's pretty cool.
But you know why people, in my opinion, respect you the way they do? Because of your integrity for what you do, and how you do it, and and your professionalism behind how you do it.
Yeah, I love what I did. So I was a lucky man. I was blessed to do what I love for a living. So
I mean, but just the way you executed, it didn't matter if you were fighting or riding a jet ski. There was just something in you that was inspiring someone like me who had this whole family, lost their whole, really like crazy, lost their whole family, but like watching him in the white and blue trunks and just like going there and do his thing, like it inspired me as a little kid that was not strong and not tough. Like I grew up bullied and picked on. And,
Oh, really?
Yeah, really bad, especially by my brother. And so I always wanted to be bigger. I always wanted to be stronger, more fearless.
Yeah. And
like literally, me and my boy, we were on the phone with it for like an hour and a half. I was driving here, and we were on the phone with each other talking about him, and I was just how much the reasons why this man, you cannot ever take anything away from this man of what he's achieved.
Indirectly instilled confidence in you, right? Like there's a reason. He's probably
That's
indirectly
what I'm saying.
the reason you're going into
this match.
this match.
He gave me confidence
Yeah.
when my own father couldn't.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
thank you, man.
For real.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, fucking Chuck's on Dancing with the Stars, and
Oh, yeah,
like
big
this
time.
is great.
Now we're on
Like
the
I
same
didn't give a shit.
level.
I don't even remember anybody else that was on the show.
Yeah.
Like I just remember it. I mean I remember everybody else.
Is there something? Is there something worse? There's almost worse to get bullied from inside your house than outside. Because I got teased a lot too at school and shit. But like I can only imagine when it's coming from, at the place you're supposed to feel safe and.
Did you ever deal with anything like what? Just out of curiosity, Chuck. What? I never asked. I mean, we've had lots of conversations, but what inspired you to want to be a fighter? What was the moment? Do you remember it?
Well, actually, when I was growing up as a kid, I used to get beat up almost every day at school,
wow.
Because my mom told me, don't fight. So I wouldn't fight back, and I wouldn't fight back. And it actually sounds funny, but they used to steal my lunch money, take whatever, and do stuff to me at school.
Wow.
And actually, the principal. So thank God, grew up a long time ago. So the principal actually called my mom in and said, "Hey, I love what you're trying to do with to be peaceful and with your son, but you got to let him defend himself. I can't be there all the time. You got to let him.
True story.
If he doesn't, these guys, if you let them bully him, they're going to do it all the time.
Yeah.
And so my mom's all okay. So she took me to my grandfather. He taught me how to start throw some punches, and then my mom said, "Hey, you can go. You can don't start fights, but you can defend yourself."
Got it.
And I went out, and the rest is history, man. I started fighting, and I love fighting.
That kept picking
and then
on
all
you.
the way, all the way through high school, I went into high school. I just hated bullies. I had just a thing, and I loved fighting. I was doing martial arts. I loved fighting, and I hated bullies. So guys would come up and try to pick on you. So I'd be like, "Hey, man, he don't want to fight you, but I will." They were all, I got no problem with you.
I love it.
I'd be like, yeah, you kind of do.
Oh shit.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, we
Because
do
you
out
didn't
here.
like bullies.
And I always used to say, I never started fighting. Now, I would let him walk away, but I wouldn't let him walk away real easy.
Right.
I figured out when I was about 21, 22, I used to let him walk away, but not without putting their tail between their legs and looking like the biggest pussy in the room.
Oh shit.
But at 21, 22, I started giving guys outs. I still to this day won't let someone pick on someone, beat them up in front of me. No one's gonna bully someone in front of me. But I'll give them. I'll step in and give them outs. most people, when I give them the outs, they do the right thing. 99.9% of the people out there are going to make the right decision when I give them an out.
Yeah.
So,
I see what you're saying by an out.
You
need to walk away now.
Okay, look, man, but
Before it gets
I make it a
ugly.
little easier. Hey, we don't want any problems here. Leave this guy alone. Get out of here. Go. Just, it's okay. He doesn't want to fight you. You don't want to fight. Get out. I try not to put them in a point where now I used to make it real hard for them they have to look like a pussy to walk away. If you try to, I don't want to get in a guy's face and put him on that decision because the thing is, my thing is if a guy makes that decision, like I said, 99.9% of the people, if I challenge them directly, are going to make the right decision.
Gonna back down.
They'll back down.
To back down.
Yeah.
But there is that other percent that
That
will take a swing. And am I ready to put him in the hospital?
Exactly.
Do I care if he makes his hospital?
Imagine living that way, knowing that you can put someone in a hospital.
Do I care if he makes the hospital?
Insane.
Do I care about if I do that? I don't care
Lawsuit,
about
going to jail.
I don't care about going to jail.
Oh, you didn't care.
No, I'm saying if I step to you like that and I threaten you that way, at that point I've decided that I don't care about.
You don't care about the repercussions,
and that's why you never see me do that. I don't do. I always try to break things up other ways.
Look, I'm no Chuck Liddell Iceman, and I never will be. But
Not with that attitude.
what he just said is like, I find some sort of correlation between. I don't like bullies. I always was bullied too. My brother always beat me up and shit, and I never ever swung back. When you said that your mom told you never hit back, my mom told me the same thing too.
Right.
And then my dad, I didn't get to spend much time with him, but he didn't really get a chance to show me how to be a man, because he died when he died 2017, and I ended up in rehab that year. Because I was huffing duster cans. That's what I went to rehab for 4 times.
Whoa.
Was huffing.
Is that like whippets?
It's times 1,000.
Damn.
So if you want to call me a meth head, go ahead. Because meth and huffing duster are basically the same shit.
What was that high like?
Just like hallucinating.
A true escape.
Complete euphoria. And absolute destruction of your body. I am still taking Neurotins today to fix my brain. They expect that I will lose my vision completely by the time I'm 40 years old. So I got 7 more years to see. So I'm already studying Braille.
Can you get a second opinion on that?
I've got 4.
Damn.
So it's eating away. It ate away at some sort of the huffing the dusters. They have chemicals, medical particles in them. So it shut down a lot of my main organs, eyes being one of them. Liver, shut down my liver, kidney failure in both kidneys, and then just hallucinations like no other, like sitting there and huffing it, and then all of a sudden your biggest fears coming to life. Like my biggest fear when I was huffing duster was getting caught by a police. So I did it one time and it wasn't just one time. I would do it for like 20 hours, 2 days. This is the kind of shit that Steve-O was doing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, and Steve-O and I, we've had conversations, minimal ones about this, because he did the whippets.
Yeah.
I did something I did the computer cleaner, bro. And that stuff, and I'm talking about not just one can. I would go through about 50 or 60 in one day.
God damn.
In one day.
Wow.
Yep. And started doing it at 21, and then it took me my whole 20s to figure it out. And I'm 30. I'm gonna be 34 at the end of this year now. So,
dude, you're going into this match. I mean, there's nothing you have not overcome, like life and body wise, to be able to get in the ring and be like, oh, I can take a couple smacks because I've,
Listen, when it comes down to the fight, at the end of the day, I'm a performer, and like he said, 99.9% of the time, I'm always the best one on the stage. So good luck, Lamar, because I'm not playing with your emotions. I'm not playing games with you.
I'm not playing games with your
I'm
heart.
not calling you a cheater. I'm not calling you any of the things. I'm not hitting you where it hurts. All right? I am just saying, stepping into a ring with a giant such as yourself, that's a testament to me being a man. And the other testament is going to be when I put you on the ground and I slay the Jolly Green Giant.
Oh, dude. There's our fucking soundbite, dude.
I'm not playing.
I know you're not. That got me fired up for you, man.
I'm not the kind of guy that goes in there. Like,
Yeah.
No. Calm down.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Make them come to you.
Relax. It's just like choreography, man. Let's just go through the routine. Let's not overexpend ourselves, Aaron. Let's play this first minute and a half round. Let's study him. Let's see what he's doing first. Let's make sure I don't get an adrenaline dump.
Yeah.
And then, next thing I know, my legs are weak. No, I'm going to be hanging off of him, making him so weak by the time the fucking second round comes and the minutes pass and we got 30 seconds left. That's when I'm going to floor him. It's because I'm going to be weakening him. 1, 2, boom, grab. All my weight. I'm going to weaken your legs, bro. They look weak. Your legs look weak, so I'm going to go for I'm going to use skills that I've been studying, and I'm really good at studying things just from afar. Look, my game plan, you don't get to know. But you know it. You know what I'm trying to say.
Right, I got you.
You know what
exactly.
and listen, I can't be cocky because I've never been in a fight. In the boxing ring. So I can't be cocky. I can't act like I'm the shit like Jake Paul and Logan Paul. But guess what? I know you got Floyd Mayweather's hat, but Jake Paul, how come you haven't addressed that I got your brother's chain, Impulsive?
I saw that, dude.
Should I get that tatted on me too while
That's a
I'm
nice
at it?
little
Got your
switcheroo.
brother's chain?
Oh, man.
Or should I just let my man Chuck Liddell hold on to it for me?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Because just give me a couple years. Just give me a couple years. Then I'll be able to take those kids out.
Wow, dude.
Because
I like that you're looking ahead.
we're going to do this fight, and then I'm going to be like, hey, Chuck, you ready to do this? I'm going to call him.
Wait, to fight Chuck?
No.
Oh, get
I'm gonna
advice.
call him
Oh, okay.
I
I think you'd be like, Lamar's done. You saw what I did, Chuck. You ready?
A good $50K for training me or something,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, yeah.
And be like, let's go. But I know it's not going to be overnight. It's
Right.
it's going to take a couple
slow
of
build,
years
yeah.
to even get to those kids' levels because regardless of their attitudes, they actually are fighters.
Putting in the work, yeah.
They've been training. They're training hard. They're working hard.
And now
They're
I'm
learning.
actually training with Deontay Wilder's sparring partner. He's my trainer, Avery.
Wow, that's awesome.
So this is the third guy, and I have actually had to be kind of like on bed rest because my ribs hurt so bad from taking this shot from this guy, hitting me with a pair of winning gloves on. It got me. But hey, whatever, man. I'm 4-wheel and I break my hands and all kinds of stuff all the time. So I'm not going in there with I don't have any animosity towards Lamar. Also, you guys got to understand Lamar has had brain injuries. And
I was going to say how much of that factors
if I
in.
hit him too hard, I don't want to hurt him.
Shit, dude.
I don't want to hurt him, but
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not. But this isn't mini golf. So
No, it's not.
right. So I mean, all I could do is go out there, stand the test of the opponent that I have in front of me, and do the best that I can, and learn the best that I can with the time I have allotted, and it's not very long, but. I will tell you this, Damon and I have spoken, and I am going to pursue the next 3 to 5 years of just boxing, and then I'll actually want to do MMA.
Wow.
So, because if I get somebody on the ground, I've never really ever been able to win fights, even wrestling, with my dad, hands or whatever, slap boxing he would do. But grappling, if I'm squirmy and I'm
Scrappy.
really good at scrappy.
Yeah.
I know I can get out, and if I get my arm in there, I've always been able to put people out by just putting them in a chokehold. Nick on House of Carters bullied me, threw me in the bathroom. All right, he lost the fight. He never talked about it. He came out of there screaming, "Oh, you fucking bought Paris Hilton flowers!" And shut the fuck up, you pussy. I was trying to help you fix your relationship because you were cheating on her, asshole.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you guys have dated some pretty dope people over the years, dude. I don't know how much
You know who's
ever...
the best one I've ever been with? Her name's Melanie, my fiance. I love her.
Good answer, dude.
She is fucking gorgeous. She's beautiful. She has my baby inside of her.
Yep.
And she's just she couldn't come today because we were actually at the hospital right before I got here today, so she actually had to stay home. But she sends her
Oh, yeah, man.
hellos
Yeah,
and
she seems like a sweetheart, man. I saw an interview with you guys.
she knows how
adores
much
you.
I love you, so and now I love you too.
Thanks,
just
doggy.
the crew, y'all.
It's a good vibe
Y'all's
today.
crew is really got good vibes.
Cool.
And I'm just very excited to be a part of this.
Thanks, man.
Everybody knows this is a legend right here, and this is the best podcast I've ever done.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm about to do some podcasts. I've done Impulsive. I've done No Dumper, Adam 22, Vlad TV. I got him coming up on June 3rd again. You guys can't touch this man, and it's just the vibe.
Yeah.
It's just the vibe. It's
good
just
hang,
the
right?
real. Yeah, because Chuck is a real guy. He don't give a fuck about it. It doesn't matter to him.
Yeah.
He's like, I see how he does things. Just his patience and his zen, and all that. You could see all the studying that he's done, and even when I met Chuck for the first time, he made me feel like I needed to calm the fuck down.
Yeah. That's awesome.
For real, he made me feel like I needed to be like, you know what? Yo, Aaron, you do too much, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you talk too much. Shut up.
And you know what's crazy,
You
Darren?
should be more like Chuck.
We've actually met before.
I knew I met you.
But I don't know if you remember where. I'm a comic. Maybe you've seen me at a comedy club. But, dude,
The
in
comedy
20,
store?
I want to say 2015, maybe the Comedy Store. In 2015, I'm about to show you a picture.
I knew I met you. I have such a good memory.
I have a crazy thing with faces, too. But, I mean, obviously,
Wait.
I knew who you were. You didn't know who I was. So
No, I did know who you were.
Okay.
I said that.
So, but I don't know
What
if
are
it
you
was
talking
from.
about?
But I don't know if it was from a comedy show or from. So I think it was 2015. I was in New York with my buddy, and we were out there doing the New York Comedy Festival, and we were walking around Times Square at like 4:30 in the morning, and you walk by, and my buddies, we just were like, "Holy shit, it's fucking Aaron
No
Carter!"
fucking
We're like,
way.
"Let's chase him down and say what up," because it was truly, other than you,
I was just by myself walking around New
no, I
York
think
City.
you were the gal. And other than that, you guys were strolling around, and we're like, what are the odds? We're literally these 6 people in Times Square. Like, it was one of those New York ghost town nights where you're like,
I know what
we're
you're
up at
talking
the
about.
exact
Was that
hour.
around the hurricane time?
Dude, we went up to you. We took this picture. And this,
Oh, my God.
I mean, look, dude,
That's
58,000
Lee.
fans at
That's
7.
Lee Marie Karras. That's my ex-girlfriend,
Okay,
my
there you go.
dancer. I have a song called Dearly Departed after her.
Wow, dude.
I did love her,
Yeah.
but I love my fiance.
Great
more.
memory, right?
Oh, my God. Lee's in there?
Isn't that crazy?
I can't believe you. Oh, my gosh. What the fuck?
Times Square, dude,
I
we were
knew
the,
it.
the
How
only
did
6
it's
people
like
in the fucking.
I came
We'll have to
in, I
cut
was
to
like,
that.
yo, I feel like I've seen you.
It might have been
before.
there. It might have been, OnlyFans, but either way.
Oh, so you're the foot
Yeah.
guy on OnlyFans.
You're the foot guy. That's all I wanted from you.
Found
Isolate that
it,
audio.
man. Shit.
All right, do we want to close this out the way we close out all the eps? So James Lipton, R.I.P., host of Inside the Actor Studio. No doubt you would have been on it at some point, so we're going to recreate it right now for you with the 10-question closeout.
Okay,
So, Chuck,
let's go.
start it off.
What is your favorite word?
Twitter pate.
Twitter pate? What does that mean?
Have sex.
Nice. Did not know that.
Yeah.
Nice. Is that Is that
It's
the?
in Bambi, the movie, where there's like, oh, they're
Twitter
Twitter pating.
Oh my God, you guys are fucking adorable. What is your? Oh my God, it's from Bambi. I'll take things I didn't think you were gonna say for
Did
1,000.
you
Alex.
know that
Yeah.
the word Twitter is
Yeah.
derivative of Twitter pate, which means sex?
Yeah. Look at Disney
yeah, maybe you
taking
should
it.
get off Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter
All right.
pating.
What's your least favorite word?
Pedantic.
Nice.
Okay, what turns you on?
That's my favorite one because Chuck
My-
always asks it, and it's great hearing
what
it in
turns
Chuck's
me
voice.
on?
Yeah.
My fiance's ass.
Great question. Great answer.
It's great.
What turns you off?
My ex-girlfriend's ass.
Even better answer.
What is your
Judy
favorite
Rogers.
curse word?
My favorite curse word.
Other than Twitter pate.
Yeah, right, because it could be a curse word, too.
Yeah.
Oh, favorite curse word. See, I'm searching in my
I
vocabulary.
know there's a lot of
here.
good ones, dude.
God, that's a good one, man. Cunt.
Good one. Least favorite. No, I'm sorry. Sound or noise do you love? What sound or noise do you love?
What sound or noise do I love?
Yeah.
My fiance's ass clapping on my,
I love that, dude. I love
this
that.
area.
That question was from my mom, actually, so
I
that's a
am
good
so
answer.
sorry,
No,
Mom.
that's what she thought you were going to
I-
say. She's like, I bet it's the ass clap on his wiener.
It's,
Yeah.
yes, ass, that clap.
I love
noise,
that.
You
It
know,
is
there's-
great.
There's nothing better than that.
You're right.
Really, in life.
Okay, what sound or noise do you hate?
What sound or noise do I hate? My brother's voice
Hilarious.
when he sings and talks.
So real, dude. I love it. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt? I mean, you're doing it right now, yeah.
Boxing.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's not an accurate answer because I'm already attempting it.
Yeah.
All right, ask me that again.
What profession other than your own, so right now, boxing, would you like to attempt?
I would like to be in the military.
Oh, whoa.
What profession would you
Is that
not
considered
like
a
to do?
profession?
Yeah.
I mean, it is. You're
Fuck
serving
yeah.
Your, yes.
Yeah.
Serving your country.
Fuck
I mean,
yeah, dude.
my dad was a military policeman.
Oh, wow.
All my family on my dad's side, all in the war, in from Civil War and up.
Dope.
Every single war. So I
Dope.
would want to be in the military.
Cool.
What profession would you not like to do?
Vegas shows.
A residency in Vegas or just
Yeah,
any
residencies in
Yeah.
Vegas. Don't ever fucking invite me to your city. I will blow it up.
Yeah, we'll cut out that last part. If heaven exists, what
I
would
will
you...
blow it up with sparkles.
There it is, and we're back.
Siegfried and Roy style. Sorry.
If heaven exists, good save. What would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
It's okay. I forgive you, Aaron.
Whoa. You've thought about that.
Every night I pray, I always ask first, Dear Heavenly Father, please forgive me for I have sinned. So I would ask, I would want to hear him say, I forgive you for all of your sins and you are welcome home.
Cool, man. Fuck.
Awesome, man.
Dude, you crushed this. We before we wrap this up, though,
Yeah.
we do, and first of all, best of luck on June 11th,
Thank
right?
you.
I'm
gonna
fired
need-
up to watch.
I don't know. You think I'm going to need it or what? What? He's big. He's a big guy. So,
Hey, man, go out there and fight, man. It's always good to have luck.
okay.
Always.
All right. There you go.
Don't turn it down.
All right. Okay.
You
All
don't,
right.
you don't want to have bad luck. 'Cause that happens too.
Okay. Thank you for
dude,
your
pleasure, man.
bestowed good luck.
Yo, new
wishes.
friendship, baby.
Yes, baby.
Gotta come to some shows. But real quick, we've talked about a lot. We've covered a lot. Thank you, by the way, for being so fucking open and honest and just crushing the conversation, man. Really.
Man, icebreakers. Bro.
Icebreakers. We didn't finish, and we just got to know, once you and Mike started smoking pot, what did you giggle about? What did you talk about? I got to know. What was the
When
stony?
I first started smoking pot?
So you see, no, with Mike.
Oh,
With
okay.
MJ.
Oh, I
like,
have.
I want to know what the stony baloney conversation was night.
Okay, I
was about.
actually didn't get to tell you the story.
You talk about Ninja Turtles. You talk about
No.
fucking gummy bears.
So is after the party, I go to sleep. I wake up. Michael Jackson's not anywhere to be found.
Yeah.
I'm walking around Neverland looking for him, and a couple of his cleaners are like, "Oh, he's in his office," and I'm like, "Why isn't anybody like arresting me or anything?"
Yes, yeah.
So apparently he like told everybody I was there.
Yep.
So they knew, and I walked and he was accepting birthday presents, and Michael Jordan had just sent him a big statue of himself.
Oh my God.
Because he loved the big statues,
Yeah.
Michael Jackson. So Michael Jordan sent him the white and 23
Oh yeah.
statue of him, of him shooting
Yes.
his jumper. So he was just looking at this present from Michael Jordan, and then I had asked him the night before to get me some weed, and so I go in there, and the first thing I asked was like, "Hey, did you get any weed yet?" Like, I didn't give a shit about anything else.
Yeah.
I just want to smoke some weed.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Yeah, I got some weed." And then we go over. He has this 6'6"
Bong?
assistant
Oh.
who was no 6. I had to roll the blunt.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll get there. 6'6" assistant, this blonde kid that had like a dirt bike, he had this long curly hair. Anyway, we go to the studio, and it was in like a yellow bubble package, and it was the strongest weed I've ever had in my life, still to this day.
Wow.
And I thought I've tried everything, like weed wise. No, this man happened to find. I don't know if he got it from fucking like the cannabis cup or something, or like what he did. Regardless, I was like, well, I don't want to smoke on the property at Neverland.
Yeah.
I'm 15. I said, can I drive the Bentley? I have a permit. I can drive with an adult. And I want to go try to drive over to my old house and show you where I used to live. So, and it was off of a road called Westerly Lane Road.
Sure.
And it was probably about 3 miles away from Neverland. Because when I lived in San Ynez, I never saw Michael.
Right.
But it was after we moved out of San Ynez. So I was like, this is a perfect excuse. I can drive. It's going to be me, you, and your assistant. And we're listening, and I found my way home to my old home. And the reason why is because I was like, when I was like 12 and 11, 12, 13, I used to smoke here at this one spot. And no one's ever going to catch us.
Right.
Like, we cannot get caught here. And I was right. But we start listening, and I'm rolling the blunt in the car. We're in his Bentley, and we're listening to the song, Can You Be My Butterfly? And, like, he's in the passenger seat. Remember, I'm driving. And I rolled the blunt. We start smoking blunt, normal. Then, Michael could move like no other man in this world, like
Sure.
a robot.
Yeah.
He was very robotnik. Like just his head, like movement. So he started like doing like some like tutting in the car. There was
shit,
all
dude.
music.
Holy shit, dude.
And he's like, and I look over at him. I'm like, oh fuck.
He's freaking out.
You know, I freaked out because like I started seeing something different, and Michael got a lot of plastic surgery done.
Yeah.
So up close, it was a little scary.
There's a lot
sometimes.
going on.
There's
yeah.
a lot going on there, and he was popping and locking and shit. And I looked over at him and I went, and I like got up out the car, and I went in the back and I stood in the back. And I'm like pacing the back of the thing, like, okay, we're smoking a blunt with Michael. There's my old house. He just turned into a porcelain doll. Okay, let's go back in.
Holy shit!
Like,
Started wigging
he
out.
freaked me out so bad. He looked like a porcelain doll. I had a lot of sisters growing up.
That
so
was
they
like
always
having
had
like
porcelain.
some.
Yeah, he just looked like porcelain because of his skin was so smooth and perfect, and the nose and he was just like, you know, and he was like this close, and I fucking flipped the fuck out.
Were you kind of stepping outside yourself, like, holy shit, I'm in front of my house with Mike?
because you get anxiety when you smoke weed,
Totally.
bro. You know that shit.
Also, if anyone
you don't gets fucking anxiety smoking weed with Michael Jackson,
dude, I got
in
high
the middle of the day at 1 o'clock at 15 years old.
Yeah, that's fucking.
It was fucking weird.
That's Make-A-Wish shit. I feel like, dude, I got so high. I got so high once, my friend pretended to put a box over my head while he was talking. He was like, dude, this is going to be just, take it easy. This box we put over people's heads. Take the box off your head.
Oh, no, he did not do that.
So I can't imagine sitting next to Michael Jackson and being that high and having him start to fucking move and shake in the shotgun
bro,
seat.
he was popping and locking, and I had to step out of the fucking car.
That was a wrap.
It was done. It was done. And go to the back of the car, and I think I farted a little bit too.
For sure, yeah.
Didn't.
You had to leave him with
should
something.
I run?
Yeah.
Like,
should I run from the fart?
should I run
yeah.
that way? Should I run from Michael?
Is Mike going to moonwalk into my fart? Yeah. Am I going to crop dust the king of pop?
Oh, another thing that happened too at that trip, we were doing a press conference, and it was Mike Tyson. So Mike Tyson was here, I was here, my brother was here, and then Michael was next to my brother. And Nick leans over to Mike Tyson. He goes, "Hey, Mike, punch my brother as hard as you can."
Nice.
And Mike goes, "If you say that to me again, Nick, I'm punching you."
Fucking Tyson for the win.
He
I
said
love that.
He said that to Nick.
Yeah, don't tell me how to punch.
He said, "Don't, no, because if he punched me as hard as he could, he would kill me."
Yeah.
In my arm, in my stomach, or not my arm. He probably would break my arm.
Yeah, dude.
But he leaned over to Mike and tried to get Mike to punch me in the stomach. At 15, he would have. Mike Tyson would have killed me if he did that. He knew not to do that.
Yeah, dude.
He knew not to, and he looked over at Nick and he said, "If you ask me to do that again, I'm punching you, Nick."
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well.
But I love you, bro.
Yeah. That's So I think Lamar, if you're listening, start to you want to throw Aaron off his game, start popping and locking, I guess, in the ring, right?
Definitely eat some beans and burritos.
Eat some beans and burritos, yeah.
Farting is gonna need to be, but no, it's gonna be a good time. I'm excited.
You excited? Yeah.
Well, you got to understand. I have another thing on Lamar that he doesn't
What's that?
realize. I have this man watching me. Do you know what that does? That makes me not want to embarrass myself or him.
Oh yeah. Extra motivation.
Well, yeah, I would consider us friends for knowing each other for almost 20 years now. I mean,
yeah.
you know, we've seen each other in events or whatever. We always go back to right where we were. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, we'll find out. June 11th, Atlantic City. Fired up for you, man.
I'm the underdog.
You like that?
I love it. I've always been that. Yeah, I'm the underdog. I mean, how can you not be? The guy's 6'9".
Yeah.
Lamar Odom. He's obviously a trained athlete, you know, but I don't think he's training for what's about to come his way, and that's it. And I'm just gonna keep it cool, calm, collective, and just put in the work and do my job. And my job is to not fail at anything that I do.
Awesome, man.
We believe in you.
And be respectful. If I hurt him and if I put him on the ground, I'll probably be the guy that helps pick him back up.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that. Sportsmanship.
Yeah, it's just
we always
respect,
need it.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just respect.
Yeah.
You know, I have no hate in my heart towards the man, but that don't mean I'm not gonna knock his ass out.
Hell yeah.
So he ain't training like me. He ain't doing interviews where he can talk about how his ribs are cracked. He ain't sparring with people that are pro amateur fighters.
Yeah, dude.
I am.
He doesn't have Diana Ross's cell phone number.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Baby love, my baby love.
Dude, hearing you sing earlier was dope, man. We will put a pin in helping you write the next album, but that's post fight. You got other stuff to focus on now. Aaron Carter, check him out. Best of luck, bro.
Yo, Icebreakers.